The perennial second placers in Team Liquid are in a group that is entirely tied 1-1 across the board, and they're matched up against a team who has won 2 TIs. A lot of 2s here, but it seems that Team Liquid, one thing to their advantage, right, Avery? At least it's the group stage.
They are a pretty good group stage team.
Yeah, they seem to like have a little bit of a slow start, but they always seem to clutch it out.
I mean, you can't get second if you don't make it out of groups, so
30 seconds.
That's true.
Battle.
gotta get the job done. This looks like a great Elder Titan game.
I was like, you know, at some point in time, I gotta ask Avery about the Elder Titan, because it's the one hero he is specialized in.
Yeah, it looks great here. I mean, they saw the 2 supports. That was good enough. It was good enough for me. I think Elder Titan has very good matchups versus the SD and the Rubik, generally. The Rubik one is amazing if you get the lane matchup. But, of course, Liquid had option to throw either support up there. And they'll throw the Rubik bottom, dodge that. It's like an unplayable lane for Rubik, kind of. But I think Poshko will still do well, because I think the one hero he was worried about was his Timber. Timber owns Elder Titan. It's probably the worst matchup for him in the game, but instead he gets to play versus Doom, and this is like, I mean, yeah, you just punch him.
Beat down Sentry, jeez.
And this is a really bad start for 33. So the Yatoro also got messed up, though, which is surprising. Both these cores just feeding a lot of HP away, but I think it's a lot worse for 33 here, because Windranger's just still one of the best safe lane laners in the game. This hero absolutely decimates melee heroes. And this Elder Titan Windranger lane, would not be surprised to see this lane extract first blood, because it is deadly, right? The level 2 especially, you punch him down, you stomp him into power shot, and then you're slowed, you get hit more.
Yeah.
I just don't know what you do in this lane if you're Liquid. I feel like this is a prey for Purge or mana burn creep.
I feel like this lane would have been dangerous in previous patches, but you add in the power shot slow. I mean, any slow is just going to help Elder Titan dominate a lane even more.
It's tough. That pause trying to save the salve on top, but I don't think it was in time. But a nice idea.
So we got the Timbersaw in the mid matchup instead against the Puck. Why is the Timbersaw here as opposed to offlane?
Well, 33 wants to play Doom. As we established last game, Doom is a broken hero. He must have that extra gold. I would have thrown... I mean... They wanted better answers for this, like, Puck and Windranger. This Doom gives you Dispel, Troll with an Ags, gives you a second source of the Dispel, so maybe it was something there, but I do think Timber maybe would have fared a little better in the lane, but of course, I mean, lanes look whatever. The Timber in mid's going to get a lot more solo XP, and he can maybe just take this game over, have really good matchup versus the DK and the supports before the big damage in this, like, Puck Windranger comes online.
Yeah.
That could be a big factor, too. We'll see. We'll see how this game pans out, but it does feel like a lot of Liquid's game plan revolves around this Timbersaw having really good momentum and just providing a lot of like the front line plus the damage and giving time for this Troll and Doom to scale into that late game. The problem is I don't know if like you're actually outscaling Spirit here. I feel like they picked this Phoenix Elder Titan and it's one of Spirit's go-tos where sometimes they'll play really fast on lanes and set Yatoro up to like carry the game. Sometimes they'll play around collapse with the team fight initiation. And then they have this other mode where it's just like, we're just going to pick big team fight 5-on-5 supports and let you run into us. And we don't really give a damn what you do because we're just going to outbeat you in the 5-on-5. And that's what this draft kind of feels like to me. Like, I don't think you're beating this draft in the late. I don't see Troll carrying this game into Puck, Elder Titan, Phoenix. It's just so much kiting potential. The egg can cause you problems on the ulti. You get randomly stomped in your ult. Like, it's just a nightmare. So I don't know. I'm worried for Mikke as this game goes really late. Maybe the Doom and Timber's enough scale to get you there with like a cleanse on top of it. You do have another purge in like the Shadow Demon ulti. So you're looking at 3 purges for this Windranger. I mean, it's got to be a Linken's for Yatoro at some point. But the lane so far, oh my god.
Somebody's hacking into the system.
That was the fastest command input. It's like, I gotta get this in.
Mira, jumping forward with the
notice.
dive, body blocking out Insania.
If I do it really fast, they won't see anything. Yeah, we'll be first one.
I don't think you saw the input that was happening. It was just Ace. It was just screaming. The computer was speaking to him. All right, they ended up getting the first blood.
That's nice. That's very nice for Mikke. Because again, you want, I feel like if you're Liquid, you want your cores to have as good an early start here as possible. So that's the way you combat these like big, chunky team fight supports. You just get ahead of them in levels net worth, and they really suffer on the map. I mean, Phoenix Elder Titan's not going to do anything for you in the first 15 minutes in terms of like controlling runes or taking skirmishes or any of this. And that's another reason I think Nisha could just have an explosive game here. Like, who is stopping him, right? If these supports get behind on Team Spirit, that's what I always worry about with these lineups. Like, do you find the XP? If you do, you're happy, but if you don't, you're just food.
So I had an interesting conversation with Blitz on our podcast about Team Liquid's edition
shamelessly plug
of
your own
33. Yes, I am. If Suns fan can do it, so
well, I also had a very interesting conversation with Barack Obama on my podcast, and everybody should check that out. All right, what was your convo? Whatever.
Okay, so the addition of 33, right? A captain, drafter. It's obviously going to change their styles. We're going to watch Collapse and
getting chunked.
Get beaten down. All that armor might just save him here. Mickey is not able to finish him off, and Mickey's going to be the one to potentially die. Had a little bit of a heal, just enough to stay alive.
Lotus is save lives. I mean, 2 points breathe fire. I don't know if Collapse is regretting it, but the raindrop, Lotus plus some stick plus double bracer, just enough to keep him alive. But there's that stop power shot. It's the slow, man. This lane is just, it's brutal. It's a brutal lane. They didn't get the first blood, but they are really making this Doom suffer.
He does have the heartbeat creep, though.
Yeah, he got heartbeat? No, he got, oh, he did. He got chain landing.
He got chain landing.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good creep, but he was just too far behind on the regen trades, right?
Yeah.
Can't aggressively use it.
Which, like, okay, maybe that death won't really mean that much because he's going to come back full mana and chain lightning the crap out of these two, so they might still have a chance to be able to bring the lane back.
But I think I'm used to at least seeing 33 dominate on this Doom.
Yeah.
Historically speaking, like all these games we've seen him play this hero, I mean, he was first facing this hero and just annihilating people in the lane. So it's a little different of a start for him, but he does come back, put that heartbeat to use. And I mean, it's 33, so he'll find a way to recover. So what were we saying about 33 with
Never going to get a chance to talk about it. Laurel gets away, chased out of lane. I mean, we're seeing Nisha put the screws to him there. Power shot does land. 50 HP. He'll survive through the first hit. The second one will spell his doom.
Yeah, Nisha not. I feel like he might have been able to live there in some like weird timber chain way, but the fact he goes down as this like level 6 mid to the enemy carry, and then Yatoro gets to clean up an empty wave. He dodges the heartbeat creep, gets an extra bottle charge. I mean, that is just classic
power
Yatoro,
for Laurel.
Classic Yatoro. This is where this guy just feels. It's like you try and do something good and it ends up good for him. Like, why am I even playing this game?
TP in from Nisha. I think what they wanted out of this was be able to send Nisha a second death and have him
they were
really shut him out of lane, but Boxy's presence kind of ruins that, so they take Boxy's head instead.
But it's still another move for Yatoro that's netting him some extra gold pressure in this early game. And this is big for Spear because to me it's almost not as much about Yatoro. He's getting XP from Maposhka. He's getting his supports enabled through some extra experience that these supports really won. And that is just damn nice.
Yeah.
And it's your carry doing that. You know, Laurel's, he suffered on this mid matchup. Nisha got the better of him for sure. Look at a D-ward for Boxy. That's some nice XP going his way. And there's still some stacks to clean up. So Yatoro doing his best to mitigate the bleeding here, but it is a pretty Liquid favored early game here. This 33 is going to claw his way back. That mid lane got opened up and can't cliff the bird.
Toss him up, flies right down.
So anyway, you were saying Blitz was talking about 33 fitting into this team.
Merging of styles, right? Old Team Liquid was a pretty fast team, right? Mickey would play some of these aggressive carries. Think of his Monkey King, right? Go through the portal. You know, they would play pretty active. Would you?
Well, I was Matama Man. I mean, he had to go to military service, so got to play pretty fast.
Okay. Toss back. Mira, no longer having that dive, will be laid to waste. 33, traditionally pretty slow player, right? Like off lane wise, he's pretty greedy, I would say.
Yeah.
Like likes to be able to get a lot of farm, kind of similar to Amar in some ways, maybe different hero pool, but I would say maybe similar ideas about how to play the off lane.
I mean, I think that was one of the biggest issues with Tundra at that TI, was like 33 in Thompson.
Right.
Like, how do you know, on paper, it's like, oh, this is amazing. But then watching those games, how do you get those two tempos to combine?
Yeah.
It's it was very awkward for that team. I don't think they ever really solved it. It doesn't mean you have bad players. It's just like, you know.
So merging of styles then, they go from a pretty fast team to now with 33. The Blitz thought that they were one of the slower teams now. Like they out of the teams that they were playing up against in Bedboom Dacha, it feels like they were actually one of the slowest teams.
It wouldn't surprise me. I think on paper this team looks kind of slow now.
And it certainly, I think, is reflected in this lineup, right? Doom, Timbersaw,
Yeah.
Troll. I mean, I'm definitely expecting Team Spirit to be taking the first step in a lot of these fights, and they're sure enough doing it here in this bottom lane, netting themselves a kill on both support and core in this lane, with just running them over with 4 heroes.
But this goes back to, okay, if you're going to play slow like this, are you actually outscaling Spirit? That's the big question that I think is going to get answered in this game, because I think it is going to be a fairly farm-heavy game with the Doom on one side and you have DK Wind Ranger on the other. I just don't know. Like, I feel like Spirit just called your bluff and they're like, all right, Elder Titan Phoenix jamming on the table. What are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
What?
You're just not beating this late-game support duo.
It's tough, man. It's really tough. I think you have to be getting Roshans in this game if you're Liquid. I think that's the biggest key. Like, you need Aegises on this Troll, and then the team fight becomes doable.
It's funny, I feel like an old Team Liquid would have been in the team to be able to gobble up an Elder Titan Phoenix, where they would just be running you down before you hit level 6.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
For sure.
And they are not doing any of that in this game. 2 kills to their name right now in 10 minutes.
Like, you'd have some Matumba Man lifestealer, like, behind your tier 2 at 8, you know? It's just a different style. And it's going to work out for Team Spirit here. Is like you said, 10 minutes, they're up in net worth. And a lot of that is Yatoro. He had a tremendous early game. He really made some good rotations. Made his presence felt on 3 lanes, but he will get doomed. And as we say, when you're doomed, you're just doomed and you're dead. What were you doing there, son? I mean,
should have stayed out of range of Doom.
Yeah. Foolish mistake here as Yatoro walks up.
Once again, the last tick. It's always the last tick.
Yeah,
you're right.
That you're doomed, you're doomed.
They took away 4 ticks at level 1.
Doesn't matter, man. Just blood grenade his ass. You got Harpy creep, deer dead. Because, of course, Doom, as I talked about previously, needed a 140 damage nuke for 47 mana on top of a 160 gold spell.
Toss back, Laurel. We'll just fight them. Fight those 2 supports. Still the... Oh, he snapped it! Hayden, what are you doing? Kills himself on the coil. Thought he was going to live.
That's why, I mean, been doing a little too much podcasting, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe a little bit more time. Focusing on the game. Laurel does have another orb to get away.
He still could be in
Nisha,
trouble.
is he going to be able to chase him down? Does he hit the Chakram? Doesn't hit the Whirling Death. The Chakram slides right on by, but he'll catch him in the end. Nowhere that Laurel could run to there. And now, with 5 stacks of the poison and a purge on him, Collapse is going to take a lot of damage. Not enough to die, for sure. No one else close enough to finish him off.
33 is here to nuke the mid-wave. Make sure Nisha doesn't get any of that.
Right. Got to collect that gold.
Take his rune, too. Don't worry, Nisha, I got you.
Oh, he protects the rune.
Oh, he's going to take it.
He just lets it sit all that time. Takes it right in front of him.
I would have laughed so hard if he take it, actually.
Well, that's a... It's going to be a bit of a mid-tower push.
By the way, he just bought a tiara. Like, okay.
Top tower is under attack.
You know, because he got this Harpy creep. So he's just going to maximize the mana regen. But this item, this is a goddamn ugly inventory. I'll say that, man. Like, what is this inventory?
Brown boots, 2 gauntlets, a windlace.
This is one of those inventories you see in like a Herald game. Like if someone didn't finish the tutorial because there isn't one and they don't know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, they don't know how recipes work
Yeah.
and how you combine items.
This is literally a report thread on Reddit. We're like, my Doom brought first item tiara. What is he doing? Nope, it's 33 TI champion. Get your facts straight, kids. He's making it work. I mean, it translates into farm, right? That's why.
Yeah, because he has the heartbeat creep specifically, right?
But it does look funky, and it does mean he's not very tanky, but I guess he's not worried about any damage coming out unless, you know, he just solo dies to Yatoro somehow. Does have his Maelstrom completed, and he is eyeing up that Lincoln second, so it's going to be Gleipnir Lincolns. I mean, this is like a mandatory Lincolns Wind Ranger game.
Yeah. Just
got to try and dodge these big ults. If you can do that, you're being pretty spooky. And these stomps can kind of like get you in the fight with the extra max damage, bail you out from some of the goes, right? If you get doomed, but then everybody gets stomped, you can reset it. And Octarine already done, man. 33 just recovers on this hero like nobody else. I mean, I know it's Doom, but I feel like he is the best at it.
He's the best at the bullshit mechanic.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, this is like the bullshit mechanic master right here.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and Wraith Backfire.
If there is a mechanic to abuse, this man will find it. He will abuse it. He will get it nerfed eventually. But he will maybe win some tournaments in the meantime.
The Magus denies you.
He's also very greedy on this hero. He plays Doom to carry the game. He does not play Doom to be utility.
Yeah, this man isn't just going to go Midas. He's going to go Octarine Midas sort of deal. You're going to get a healthy burst of damage here.
And you're doomed, so goodbye. Nice knowing you. You have made the fatal mistake, sir, of seeing Doom on the map.
Not just on the map, on your screen.
And the benefit of early Octarine is that is up again in 90 seconds here.
Yeah.
And he's just heartbeat the whole map, man. What is happening, actually? This is disgusting. This is this is a spell that you could have on a hero. Normally.
Yes.
Fairy's Trinket reducing its mana cost by 3 here. Important to note that.
47 mana cost.
47 mana boy. Clearing the whole map. He's about to be the highest net worth hero in the game. Just like to point
Who
that
needs
out.
a Midas when you just have... what is it, Chain Lightning? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Chain Lightning.
I think scales too, by the way.
Oh, right. All the neutral abilities scale as well. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean, because he needed a little extra, you know, oomph.
Yeah, so it's not doing 140 damage. It's doing 180 damage.
He's clearing. With less loss. It's actually way more efficient.
Oh, it takes 5% less loss per jump. Wow.
It's just a good spell. It's honestly probably the fastest farming spell in the game. For the mana cost? Is that crazy to say?
Well, Greevil's Greed is free, but yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
You can't divide by 0. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. So per mana, I think this is maybe because it has no cooldown either.
Yep.
What am I watching? I don't want to watch this anymore. Let's not talk about Duke. Let's talk about something more interesting, like Rubik stealing
Dragon form? All right.
Dire's bottom tower.
and he's dead.
He's going to enjoy that dragon form for a long time.
He's already got it off. But you are doomed.
been doomed.
Goodbye, sir. Goodbye.
You better TP out fast.
You
Oh,
have made
got
the
Infernal Blade.
Everybody wave goodbye to Laurel.
Goodbye,
made
Laurel.
the mistake of interacting with this hero.
I don't want to talk about Doom anymore. Immediately talks about Doom.
It is fun, though. It is fun. I mean, Yatoro is trying his best to catch up in this game, but he just can't. He just can't match the farming speed right here of Liquid, which is just pulling ahead on all three fronts, and that's going to be an early Roshan. So I talked about, I think the most important thing for Liquid this game is getting Aegises for their troll.
Yep.
They will do it early here, which is nice, because that means that second one's going to come around at a very early pace in this game. And unless you're getting the 5-on-5s, this Team Spirit lineup's not doing much on the map. You're not afraid of some pickoff. Battle Fury Troll getting the job done. It is interesting that Mickey went the Battle Fury over the Mjolnir build.
Yeah, I thought against Wind Ranger, at least Mjolnir, if not an Aghanim Scepter at some point.
I think it's nice versus DK too.
Yeah.
Bypass the armor a bit. You can also throw the charge on Timber of Doom. You have really nice charge targets.
But Battle Fury Trolls typically means the hero scales better, right?
I don't even know if it's that true anymore. I'm going to try and burst the Timber here with a little bait shenanigan.
Does manage to get a chain away, some distance back to his team at half health. It does
that
mean that
shackle.
Insania stops him just before he can get that chain off. Still has the Aegis though.
We
Ooh,
missed.
missed that chain. So now he's going to die in an even more awkward position. Is there any chance he dies here a second time?
Don't have the Wind Ranger ult, though.
Blocked out by trees.
Close.
Coil catches him here. Another shackle holding him down.
Well,
they are going to be able to do this unless Disruption goes out from Boxy, dodges some of that damage, gets another Timber Chain away to the side. Another Chakram on out. Yutoro really wants to run him down. He goes back to the kill on to Collapse. Can't finish him off. Gets stunned first and dies after.
I mean, that's a huge kill for Spirit. I mean, both of them, really. That was
Dire's
2
middle
kills on
tower
this Timber
is under
that
attack.
they kind of had no business getting.
Yeah.
With the way this game was going. They will wear him down, and not a fight that Mickey wanted to join or try and help him out on. He's just farming the other side of the map pretty much on his triangle, doesn't want to run here. It's an awkward kind of, are we fighting this, are we not fighting this, are they going to take it? Important to note, Laurel, he spots Doom here and makes the fatal mistake of existing, and he's deleted. And then 33 just immediately bailed to go farm some more creeps with his Chain Lightning.
He's like, man, that was a really big creep I just devoured. You go find another one.
I mean, if Yutoro has ult earlier in that fight, then there's no way Nisha makes his play. It's all kind of calculated on that, but he's getting frustrated. There's some frustration on that face.
You think it's frustration at his own play there or his team?
I can never tell, man. He's so stone-faced.
Yeah.
Dire's
What, you
middle
trying to
tower
stir up
is
some
under
toxic? That was
attack.
actually incredibly toxic. What the hell?
Radiant are
I was just
scanning.
asking your
think
analytical
Nisha's just-
opinion.
You're just trying to bait me into saying he's mad at his own team.
No, I was trying to bait you into giving me analysis of whether or not he screwed up or his team screwed up.
What am I, a psychologist? I'm supposed to analyze this?
No, but you can
facial
analyze the Dota game and say what the correct play was there.
I think he's frustrated that they're not winning these fights, that he feels like he's the strongest hero on the map and should be winning.
Okay.
You know, that's that sign. Oh, what is happening, you know?
Yeah.
And it's going to get gone on again here. No save because the silence comes out on the demon.
Got the Doom on the Puck again, so the Timbersaw and Puck are going to be traded out.
this is
Once
nice.
again, the
Yule's
Toad's
egg
going to be Yule
in the
Scepter.
stomp.
Oh, tried to go for it, but the Stomp is going to land.
beautiful.
Now he's going to come back, be stunned. Got off his ultimate, though, in that split half second. Another
Hoof stomp.
big hit from 33. Hoof Stomp onto 2. That'll give Mickey a chance to be able to reset after his ultimate expires. He gains his control of his hero back once again. Maybe have to leave Insania behind.
These stomps and stuns are going to be deadly from Team Spirit because you get chained off them, but the Spirit's going to linger on you, and it just sets up all the magic bursts for this power shot, breathe fire, plus a random burst of damage from Mira if he has Spirits or Sunray up. You can't really ignore these. Which means once you're engaged in the fight, you're engaged and you have to play on the Doom. Now, once again, Laurel did make the classic mistake of showing himself near 33. You know, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Did trade out the Harpy for the Centaur Hoof Stomp here. Be a nice little stun, because they do lack a bit of disable on Liquid side, I want to say. You have this Shadow Demon Purge and you have a Lift, but
Dire's middle tower
kind of
is
it.
under
Your
attack.
control's a little lackluster.
Dire are scanning.
And man, Yutoro has pulled ahead in this game. Lincoln's done, Gleipnir done. He's now looking for the Manta for what'll be another pretty strong defensive item in this game, because he's going to pretty reliably be able to Manta dodge some of these ults or attempt at the cast. It's not too hard to Manta dodge this Doom jumping in. So that'll give him 2 defense mechanisms, make 33's life pretty difficult here. Who is just going his classic bots build. Very speedy. You know, what interesting wraparound smoke from Spirit. A little late on the Wisdom Rune minute, but just hoping to catch Mickey on an Ancient Camp. But instead, it's Liquid making their own smoke play, TPing the Troll top. Oh, this is a gank on carry action, and you are doomed. Goodbye. Can they make a play on the other side, though?
Yeah, Mickey is showing himself, but he is...
Courier betrayal.
It's way too hard for them to be able to get there, I think, to make this play. It would be so risky.
Also, their damage is just not as fast, I think.
Yeah.
It is spooky to jump Mickey right now without the Wind Ranger. So smoke action works out for Liquid there. They get the better read, the better Doom.
Oh, actually coils him. and goes for the kill while he's going to jump to his orb and see if he can get out successfully. 33 goes for the stomp, dodges that one.
I mean, he has
back into the trees.
He has Arcane Rune, and there's no Doom, so he's invincible.
Definitely invincible. No way he could possibly die.
No, he can just play with him forever.
It was a great read. Great read, Avery.
Hey, man, that's every puck player in the world will tell you when they have Arcane Rune, they're invincible.
And how many times do you see them die after they say that?
Every time.
Every time,
Actually, every time.
exactly.
The hubris straight to their head. Like Icarus, they fly too close to the power rune.
Popped up on the screen there, but we did have the Tormentor be taken by the Troll with his ultimate, that whole thing. So he got the shard for the Rubik.
Aggressive Glimmer Cape for the setup and be another pickoff.
See if they can. Oh, Yule Scepters go for the dive, but jeez, that's a lot of damage.
Man, Liquid just making all the moves in this game. 5K gold lead now. Spirit have not found a lot. Is one of the weaknesses of their lineup is, you know, this pick-off, split-up type game. They don't excel at it. They really don't, and it feels like Doom has just gotten the better of them. They continue to find these Doom pickoffs. Create a numbers disadvantage. Team Spirit don't want to take a disadvantage fight, but then someone else gets Doom picked off, and then you're just stuck in this cycle. That's going to be BKB done for Mickey, so he's strong. He's really strong right now. His 33 continues to dictate the pace of this game, and he's looking for more. Will he blind jump the hill?
Yeah, the smoke is going to break at some point. See whether or not his instincts guide him to the initiation point or not.
And I have a stat for you, Austin.
A stat? Oh boy, you know I love stats. Nice
Who
stop.
stopped him? What
Great
the hell?
timing.
Yo, somebody check this guy for hacks, man. That's some like backband level stomp right there. What was that, dude? What
Someone
the hell was that?
That's an entirely like Laurel comes out of the phase shift at the time he wants to come out of the phase shift.
Radiant are scanning.
Dude, that was sus, man. I don't know. That was sus. And again, they have numbers advantage. They're just gonna pursue it. They still have Doom. It's just been the entire game has felt like this. Liquid get a pick off, and then Spirit don't want to take the 4-on-5. Can't get the stomp either, as 33 TPs out to farm more waves.
I mean, no 33, so they kind of chase, seeing if they could still take a fight somehow.
Yeah, but it's not far, and that early Roshan has opened up a second one. Laurel coming back in. They want to catch something.
Gonna
Hey,
re-smoke up. Nisha has this shield rune, though. I don't think you want to be going on him first. That's for certain. 33 is spotted. Nisha goes
Nice
straight to the
tackle.
back line, though. Threatening the supports. They put the Yules up in the air. Sunray with the egg going out, but they can't really protect him, not against the BKB troll. So he gets that kill, no problem. Still has his ultimate to be able to work with, and they found Collapse.
Yeah, you have no focus fire because you used it on the support, so it's just not a fight. The Orchid on Collapse, something interesting to note. He wanted for more utility, more damage, maybe Bloodthorn really later on in this game, but
Radiant are
right now
scanning.
he's not that tanky on this DK. He cannot just run in front line. And it'll be a second Roshan going Liquid's way. This is what their game plan is designed for.
Unless Maposhka pulls the greatest position 5 Roshan steal
Yeah, this could be something.
the world has ever seen.
Oh, you heard the roar.
Oh, no.
All right, that was a little...
I was about to say, you gotta wait for the roar.
But he's going to waste some time here.
He's also gonna probably get wasted.
Boom.
Spotted.
I mean, the team is back.
Yeah, he did delay it long enough. He is gonna die for this one,
Get
but he
the
does have
timber.
buyback, so if they get the
Focus
timber
fire.
stop for it, they actually have the numbers
Holy
advantage.
crap.
Oh, until Laurel gets snapped.
God
Team
dang.
Spirit now gonna try and run out here. They do have the potential to turn,
Just
perhaps,
manned up
but
stomp too? What
did.
kind of psychopath TP was...
Another buyback coming out from Team Spears. Laurel's going to rejoin this fight. Catching up to 33. Does manage to burst him down. They spot Insania. They'll kill him as well right around the pit. It's buybacks that win the day for
dang.
Team Spirit.
That was a Giga Chat series of plays from Aposhka. Oh my god, dude. This man's got no chill absolutely no chill. And Laurel, he buys back because he saw that Doom got thrown on Yatoro. He's like, oh, baby, I'm getting myself a team fight now. No Doom for me? I get to play a game? Can I have that Aegis? No. Okay. No. I mean, this was a crazy sequence of events. Stall out the Roche. Somehow Nisha gets caught on the backside. Stolen splitter.
He got bashed by Roshan? Is that what I saw?
I think so. And then a Shackle just sets it up long enough. The Doom here is... It's not what you want, right? Yatoro can actually survive the Doom from that level of HP. And then Maposhka TP's in. 2-man stomps, 2 cores, no interrupt. Okay, I mean, that's an Elder Titan play if I've ever seen one. And then you're just in cleanup mode because there's no ults left in the tank. The troll was used on the Roshan before that fight even started.
That was probably the Roshan patch.
Yeah, he was asking for Aegis for sure.
That's true.
It's like, can I have Aegis?
It's like, I just bought back.
Like, just don't get doomed, man. Okay.
Just don't get doomed.
That evens out this game a lot. That is a huge Aegis to steal. That is an Aegis that could have given Liquid high ground potential off of one fight or just pushing towers. Now you're kind of relegated to farming. And once more, Yatoro just continues to climb the ranks in a game where they've only found him twice, 8, 2, and 9 for this Wind Ranger. Lincoln's Manta done level 20 as well. These are big talents to get for the hero. He's scaling like a beast. This is not the easiest troll matchup. You can get an Ags, you can get an MKB. He has tools to deal with the Wind Ranger, but feels like if Wind Ranger just lands a Shackle or gets in there, you get deleted. You do have a disruption save. That's something.
Ward spotted. Not going to be dealt with for now, though. They know the team spirit is trying to take the momentum of this Aegis and push it.
MKB
bring that lead back in their favor.
So you have this Halberd on 33, and you have the MKB. Give some tools. But
stuck in a corner here. It's a little dangerous. 33 does get caught by the Shackle.
And you're doomed now, son.
Timbersaw. Okay, Nisha goes in, immediately gets stunned, and is dead just like that.
He's had a weird game, honestly.
Yeah.
I feel like something about this game has just been awkward for Nisha. This could easily be a game where we see a classic, you know, 10-1, 8-2 Nisha game off a lane where he won that lane matchup and had some decent control.
Yeah.
Something just didn't connect. Maybe it's the supports not connecting with him on the map. I mean, it's kind of an awkward support duo with Timber. You don't provide too reliable of disable.
Yeah.
Which is generally what the hero wants. He just wants reliable stuns. You know, like Earthshaker Fissure, Wind Ranger Shackle.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Just something to stun a hero and he can go in and burst him. So maybe that's part of it, but we saw the frustration. It's not lining up here. And all of a sudden, this DK has climbed the ranks as well. Collapse, we have not mentioned him a lot here, but he's also having a tremendous game. 5-1 and 10. Went this Orchid, it's done some work against some of these cores in the fights, and he's closing in on that late game DK where, I mean, yeah, you can nerf him, but
God, I hate this hero so much.
Second Lincoln's, in fact. Opting not to go for this Black Dragon just says, I mean, I don't need Black Dragon if you can't cast spells on me. Liquid stuck in their base at 31. Did not expect to see this when they had a 7K gold lead 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, they just lost that net worth lead for the first time in this game for a long time. They're only down 1K, and they're stuck in their base. I mean, super aggressive vision down from Team Spirit. They also have a gem on Collapse, so Liquid very likely not going to have the vision advantage for this next team fight. It's going to be a rough one. Collapse creeping up the hill here. Seeing what he can find. Hurricane Pike now done for the Wind Ranger.
So that was going to be my stat.
Radiant
33 has built a Halberd.
Where's the stat part?
Well, I don't know the stat. The stat is, when was the last Halberd built in competitive Dota? I feel like it's been at least a year.
In a win? Yeah, probably. I mean, the item did get buffed up significantly.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's just been garbage for so long.
So I was saying, is that buff going to be enough that we're going to see a lot more of this item? You think it's going to become a routine pickup?
I think we'll see it, but the item still has issues where,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
like the nerf with the BKB interaction and the mana cost on it and stuff like this. It's just a weird item.
Radiant's
It's good
top
against
tower
very
has
specific
fallen.
heroes in specific situations, but you know, you can also just buy Shiva's guard.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Stolen dive, gets him away, got through the Lincolns, and got him with the Doom again.
Didn't learn his lesson.
Laurel falls victim to one of the classic blunders once again. Never get involved in a land war in Asia,
Every coin helps.
and don't get within a screen distance of Doom.
Yes, classic mistake. See, Collapse has not made that mistake this game. He has very specifically avoided.
Dragon Knight, shouldn't he be making that mistake? Nice disruption
How does
stay.
he
Boxy
always have
sit in the
double
back
damage?
line, goes for the purge onto Wind Ranger, but they've got the
Oh
chain
my
stun
God.
enough to bring down the carry, and now they can run down the support too. Boxy, he'll be caught up in this. Mickey's aggression off of a pick off on Laurel. Thought they could take a team fight, but Yotaro showcases just what you were talking about, where it's kind of like one shackle, one good shackle.
You got to
and
disrupt him, and then he comes out, and he has to insta BKB. And if he doesn't, he gets stunned, and he's gone. And yeah, Toro laughing about it all the way to the bank there. Nice MKB, brother. Didn't hit me once. Does have a Hex done for Nisha now. So it's a bit more solid initiation power. Also a way to go on a target, set the fight up, and then doom the other target that comes in. You can maybe hold it a bit longer, or if you find this Ranger, another Lincoln's pop. Gotta get through these Lincoln spheres and find Yotaro, it feels like. He's just out of control at this point. This is the Wind Ranger of nightmares. The late game with a lot of team fight behind him. That's what makes it scary. You have DK who can send illusions in, give you vision frontline. You have Puck who's just going to be a nuisance. And then you have this ET and Phoenix who can just bail you out. Like, if you find the Wind Ranger, go on him. There's going to be a Stomp, there's going to be an Egg, there's going to be an Earth Splitter. You
And Phoenix also has Scythe, so even more chain stun against the Troll.
Yep. What does the team fight look like for Liquid at this point? If you're thinking about this next Roshan, you're back into that nighttime interval. It feels like you have to find the Puck or the Wind Ranger with the Doom and connect the Troll onto them. I think that's the majority of the fight. You just don't have the best tools to do that.
I mean, 33 has certainly been doing a good enough job of catching Laurel.
That's for sure.
And building up into a Yule Scepter just for even more chances of...
But even with that, we saw in that last Roshan fight, okay, Laurel buys back.
Yeah.
And then you lose Roche. Are you happy with that exchange? Forcing a Puck buyback, but losing Roche in this position as Liquid? I don't know. Even that's kind of close, so... You need to win this next fight. And you have Hexes on both sides, so it might just come down to who finds the Hex initiation off the ward, off the vision. Good wards for Team Spirit right now, and they are a team that is very accustomed to playing behind them and very patient about who they're going to show and who they're going to jump.
Smoke wrap around here to the side. Not all the heroes are smoked, though. Those Dragonite illusions are sitting out there, giving you vision.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, the mid lane is being pressured by Laurel. He TP's back now to help his team.
This
Roshan.
It just seems unassailable. I don't know. How do you get in here through the DK illusions into a dire outpost with buybacks? There's going to be an Egg Stomp sitting somewhere behind. Maybe you find one of those. You're not going to find both. This is a nightmare to push into this.
Is this an Aegis that you can give up? Like, if this team fight is that hard enough, does that become a conversation? Can we give them this Roshan?
I think the only world in which you give up this Roche is if you're extremely confident in your high ground defense. You have some gimmick high ground, such as Mag or Tiny. They don't really have that, so... Yeah, I don't think you can give it up. I think you just got to man up and take the fight, make something happen here.
Tried to catch him, but the telekinesis toss back. Oh, it's that
Hex!
Hex! 33, not going to
was
get off an
nasty.
easy doom this time around. Does get the disruption off, but still, the Phoenix take, he's going to come back down into it, use the Ogre Steel Totem to try and get away, but he's going to have no chance of getting that crucial ultimate off. And now Nisha's going to be caught as he tries to retreat, hit by the Yules, caught by another Yules, trapped inside the coil into a shackle shot. Now 33's coming back into play. He does manage to get off the stop, but another side device stops that doom once again. Nisha trying to go for a desperate TP away, but another shackle shot. That'll stop the TP and put him down. 33 looking at a dieback. No, blink just before the punch lands from Maposhka.
I mean, that is a TI winning support player right there. 2 clutch hexes to try and close out this game. You may be doomed, but you are also a sheep.
Is under attack.
Yeah, Maposhka, very happy about his support duo. It's always a good feeling when
Radiant's top
your 4 carries you.
33 trying to see if they can catch Laurel somehow, and they do.
Is he dead, though? At this point,
They only need a little bit more damage, but they don't
he's-
get anything.
Yeah, he's alive.
Any force staffs? Ogre Steel Totem.
33's buyback, so...
Oh, they were doing Roshan this entire time.
Oh, no.
He dies the last tick. How is that always the last tick?
I told you, you're doomed. Like, what do you not understand about this? It's always going to kill you on the last tick.
Well, they got Roshan during that time,
I actually
so
thought he was alive on that one. I baited
just say
myself,
that,
dude.
yeah.
I messed up. I need to listen to myself more.
Telekinesis trying to toss him away, but the
Yeah, he's
damage
gone.
is too much.
Nullifier with the ET Spirit on top of you. Good luck. Troll once more cannot get anything off to take this fight.
Oh, another shackle pre-shot against 33. Catches him as
what?
he blinks in. Insane. Mickey with a BKB right on top of Yotaro
Oh my
goes for it.
God.
And they might be able to kill him. But the rest of his team is going to suffer, and they do have this Aegis to be able to play around. Collapse, he's going to be the next target here.
Can't go through the gate.
Dragon Tail, they have a really beautiful egg here.
Yeah.
Play around that one, and it's done.
That was
3
a
heroes dead, no buyback.
sick pre-shackle by Yotaro.
Amazing.
Just very clutch spellcasting. This team is terrifying in these late game fights when they are on point with the mechanics. Just probably one of the highest skilled mechanical teamfight teams of all time.